Hi, so I am wearing spring colors, but they make me happy, so whatever. I wanted to share with you guys my favorites from 2012, and I'm going to start with two lipsticks from MAC. And the first lipstick is called To Catch a Sailor, and it came out this past summer of 2012 with their summer collection titled Hey Sailor. And it's the only thing I got from this collection because it was really the only thing that really caught my eye. Even though it's slightly alarming when you first look at it, it doesn't look like it would be very wearable. But it's this like nudish color and it's super, super pretty. I wish I had gotten two of them, but I didn't, so yeah, hopefully that will come out in a re-promote. And the other one is actually called Marquise, and this came out with MAC's Wonder Woman collection in 2011. And I got two of these because I liked it so much, but I didn't wear it much in 2011. I wore it most of 2012, so it became my favorite in 2012. And I just finished it a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to get the rest of it out with a brush, but it looks like that in the container, and trying to swatch it, I have to swatch it on my knuckle. It looks like that. If you could see, it's kind of a nude color. It's similar to Innocence Beware, which came out with MAC's Venomous Villains collection, and I actually think that was re-promoted in a collection this year. I can't remember which one though. And it's slightly similar to High Tea, which is a permanent, which is part of MAC's permanent line. And the other thing is eyeshadow. My favorite eyeshadow of 2012 was from Urban Decay's 15th anniversary palette. Now this also came out in 2011. Sorry, it's reflecting the light because it's like a mirror. This also came out in 2011, and I bought it shortly after it first came out, and I loved the colors in it but didn't really use it. I started loving it in 2012 and used it most of the year. Also, another favorite of mine is their Real Mascara by Benefit, and this is supposed to make them look fuller and longer and pretty much fake, and I think it pretty much does the trick as well. And I'll show you what I love so much about it. It has this weird looking spidery tip, and that tip is supposed to help it get the finer lashes, sort of like your bottom lashes, and it also helps the inner lashes, which tend to be a little bit thinner, as well as separating the top lashes. And yeah, I love this. It's about $22 or $23, so I'm not too sure how often I'm going to get it, but it's definitely a favorite of 2012. And for nail polishes, both of them are from Essie, and this first one is called Wild Thing. It's what's on my nails right now, although it's slightly chipping. I apologize for that. This is a gorgeous red color, and it has all of these beautiful flecks of glitter in it, and it was just a great color for the holiday season. It's pretty good for all year round, but I loved wearing it this holiday, and it actually came out with Essie's Winter 2006 collection, but I got this a couple months ago at TJ Maxx, so you can still get this. And the next one is called Smooth Sailing, and it's also from Essie, and it looks like this. The glitter in this is much finer than that in Wild Thing. The blue is like a, not really a sky blue, but sort of like a cornflower blue when you think of like the crayons in a crayon box. And this came out with Essie's Braziliant collection, which was their summer collection of 2011, but I also found this at TJ Maxx this year in 2012, so check out your local TJ Maxx's. I love this color, and it was quickly a favorite of 2012. And the next thing I'm just going to tell you about because I don't have it anymore, and it's my favorite body wash. Last year for Christmas of 2011, I got my mom in her stocking the Jilted Elf. I always want to call it elf jelly because it is like jelly, and I don't know where that comes from, but I always want to call it elf jelly. And it was like this green jelly stuff, but it smelled so good. I can't even begin to explain how it smelled. It smelled slightly fruity, but slightly not. It was like a softer scent, and my mom said she couldn't get it out of the container, but I think she just didn't really like the texture of it. So I used it, and I used it for a good portion of 2012. I absolutely loved it. I contacted Lush this year and asked them if they were going to be selling it, and they said no. So I wasn't able to get my hands on it this holiday season, so I'm pretty bummed about that, and hopefully they will bring it back for holiday 2013. The lotion I've been using is called the Righteous Butter Body Butter, and it's from Soap and Glory, and I got this small container, but there's still quite a bit left in there. You only really have to use a tiny bit. I use it for like my feet or my legs, or if I have any other like drier spots like on your elbows. It works really well and it doesn't leave any greasy residue, and it has a pretty cool smell. It's like, it's not really a scent I've smelled anywhere else. It's sort of slightly powdery and then slightly florally. It smells almost like a really nice perfume. So yeah, this container is only like $5, and this has actually lasted me quite a while. So the other things I wanted to show you guys, oh wait, I have one more nail thing I want to show you guys. Nail polish remover, 100% pure acetone. I got this to remove my acrylic nails, which I really miss, and this works really well at removing the glitter polishes. Quickly removes nail tips, glue, and glitter. Easily removes polish from natural nails. I loved this, so I used quite a bit of this year, especially to take off the Essie polishes, which had quite a bit of glitter in it, and I think this was only like $3 or $4, so, and that's a pretty big container. So yeah, sorry, almost forgot that, I had to jump in with that again. And my conditioner and shampoo. Now, I usually get 2 purples, but I couldn't find another purple shampoo, so I went with this one. And this one is for daily care for dry frizzy hair, and this, which is fine because I have dry hair. This one's daily care for normal and colored hair, and I have highlights. So yeah, these are my favorites. You can get them at like CVS or something. They're really, really affordable, which is one thing that I love about them. I've tried the more expensive like hair things, like what was it, Bumble and Bumble. I tried that one. At first I didn't really like it, and then I started liking it, but honestly I don't notice a difference as far as like the higher end brand shampoos and conditioners and the more affordable ones, I guess. Maybe if you have a really hard to manage hair, you might notice a big difference, but for me, I don't. I love these, and they're called Fruitopia, and every time I tell somebody I wear a Fruitopia, or every time I tell somebody I use Fruitopia shampoo and conditioner, they're always like, you put a drink in your hair, because Fruitopia used to be a drink, but I think that was discontinued, so yeah. The other thing I wanted to show you guys was my favorite scent, and this is called Pink Beach. I think that was the line because I got this at Victoria's Secret, and the name of it is Beach Babe, and it looks like this. I didn't see the larger ones, like we were up at like in the line, and I was just kind of looking around and smelling all the fragrances, and I smelled this one. Oh, even just the scent of it brings me back to summer. It smells very coconutty, but more like I guess like after you put on like your sun tanning lotion and just the whole smell of the beach, that's what this smells like. And it sprays quite a bit, like if you look like that's, I used it quite often, and it starts up here and goes down to there. So I didn't use too much from the bottle because it's quite a bit of a spray, but I used this a lot. I used it almost every day for spring and summer, and I love this scent. If you can find it this year, definitely pick this up. I'm not sure if they'll bring it back. I hope that they do, because I would like to get another one. So yeah. Oh, also my favorite piece of jewelry is my Guess watch, and it has all of these really pretty baguette like rhinestones, and then it has a mother of pearl face, and I'm not sure what this part is made out of, some kind of metal, I guess, but yeah, I'm loving this. My mom got this for me for my birthday last year. My birthday is in December, so I pretty much really got to wear it like all of this year, and that is my favorite piece of jewelry from this year. And as far as food, I want to show you guys a couple of things. So this year I started gluten-free because I've had health problems since I was like 12, and a lot of them, when I look them up, because doctors kind of brush you off, or at least like where I live in my area, I've seen lots of doctors over the years and they just kind of brush me off. So I started looking up a lot of my symptoms, and they're very similar to the symptoms of celiac disease. And I spoke to my doctor about it, and she said that there isn't really like a definitive test you can take for it. So she suggested that I just try the gluten-free diet and see if my symptoms change. So these are called Enjoy Life soft baked double chocolate brownie cookies. They're not really cookies, they're very soft. I guess they'd be like a soft cookie brownie type thing. And I love the Enjoy Life line. They have such yummy treats. They have like harder cookies, they have these cookie type things. They're so good. Another thing I've been eating a lot of is because when you're going gluten-free, it's really hard to find like a pasta that you can have. And this is called, it's Tinkyata Pasta Joy Ready, a classic in texture and taste, brown rice pasta elbow. And then it says with rice bran. Good, consistent texture, not mushy, al dente, wheat-free, and gluten-free. And these are really good. And I feel like they fill me up better without bloating me, because usually when I have any type of pasta, I tend to get a little bloated. Sorry if that's a little TMI. But these are a favorite. And another favorite from this year, my favorite book, it's not about the pom-poms, how a 40-year-old mom became the NFL's oldest cheerleader. And her story is absolutely amazing. Sorry, there's like hair on it. Her story is absolutely amazing. She was pretty much your typical mom. She actually says at a point in this that she wore different colored polo shirts and khaki like capri pants all of the time. So she said that she was just like an everyday mom, and then she was in a verbally, emotionally, and mentally abusive relationship, and she talks about how she got out of that and pretty much how she found herself again. And I find her to be so inspirational. She tried out for the Bengal cheerleaders when she was 39, I think it was, and she didn't make it. And instead of saying, oh, I'm too old, I'm not gonna make it, she decided to work her butt off for a year and try out again, and she did, and she made it, and she's still on the team. I think she's 42 now, or possibly 43, but yeah, she's still on the team, and it's a short read. I think it's about like 277 pages, so yeah, I definitely recommend that. And my favorite movie of this year was definitely Batman: The Dark Knight Rises. And it was quite a long film, so I was a little worried I wasn't going to be able to sit through it, but it had so much action in it that I sat through the entire thing. And I think it's good for our kids of like all ages, adults, seniors. There was like no gore. There was nothing that was degrading to women. There was no like, I mean, yeah, it was a slightly like violent film. There was some fighting in it, but I don't know, I can't really explain it, but it's good for all ages, and I recommend that you guys see it. It was really, really good, and I feel when talking about this that I really should say that my heart goes out to the victims in Aurora, Colorado. That was a horrible thing. I waited so long for the movie, and then to have that happen hours before I went to see it was absolutely horrible. But yeah, the movie is a great film. I don't have it on DVD yet, but if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest that you do. And yeah, I think I'm done with all of my favorites. I think that was it. Yeah, so if you guys did a video, I would love to see it, and you can post it as a video response below, or comment telling me something that was your favorite this year, or maybe a couple of your favorite products from this year, or movies or books, so I can check them out too. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.